Welcome back to Business Casual with me, Nabil Sultani, and my guest, Mr. Bruno Franca. You know, amazing background. Thank you very much for sharing this, because people don't see how, whatever happens in your life, good or bad, usually leads you to what you really are here on this earth for. So now that you're in Saudi, you've landed in Saudi in September 2013 or 14. Where are you today, and how did you come up with Boundless? What is Boundless? What was the stepping stone to make that decision and go out on your own?
Okay. First, I think it's fair to give two shout-outs that precede Boundless. One is the clinic I came work for, which I worked for a year. It's now closed. It used to be called Europe Center. And then a very important step in my personal development and career, which is Arena, which I stayed for 4 years.
Doing what?
I was head of performance and physical therapy, and in the last 2 years, we basically started what corporate wellness is here
Program.
in Saudi, and employee well-being programs.
What is corporate wellness and well-being program? Just so that our listeners could understand a little more.
Okay, so when you are in a corporation, there are a few key markers that you're looking: productivity, efficiency, absenteeism, happiness, motivation in your workforce, because ultimately whatever the business that you are is your workforce. Well, the value is created by your workforce. Even though you might be selling a service or a product, it doesn't really matter. You still have this human interaction and interfacing that needs to be taken care of. And so when we started it back in 2015-16, it's still hard to come to a company today and talk about these things, because you don't have when you talk with decision makers, they want to see ROIs, and you're talking about a VOI, which is a value of your investment rather than the return of it. So that came along. It was a nice 4 years there. From there, December 2 years ago, just before Corona said hello to the world, our paths finished, and I had the luck to meet someone. His name is Dr. Mohammed Baghdadi. He was a person, and he is a person who saw where I wanted to go, and from there we started drafting the vision for Boundless. So Boundless, I love the naming because it means what it feels like. We as humans, we lose more due to the boundaries that we self-inflict to each other than we think. And I think when you think of yourself as being boundless, having no boundaries, then you accept to improve or to change something that you think of yourself that needs to be changed, and to improve other components of your life. Might be on the mindset, on the nutrition, the movement, recovery, your work, your interpersonal relationship with your husband, wife, kids. So the state of being boundless is being ready to unlearn, relearn, learn, unlearn, and relearn. These three words is what supports Boundless. We need to learn, right? Mm-hmm. But it's important the next two, which is unlearn and relearn. These two, I think it's what also characterizes Boundless. But what did we do? So Boundless started to cater and service the community, and to service it under the health and wellness aspect or umbrella, but in a integrative and a holistic manner, which not only lacks here, but in you go to the most advanced countries in Europe and in America, for example, and when you talk about integrative therapies or medicine and holistic, it's still a little bit looked and snubbed. But it's changing, and it's changing because we're understanding that we are more the inclusion and the interaction of many systems than just one system alone.
And it's changing because of the education, and how also I'm sure social media plays a part in creating that awareness amongst all the viewers.
Big time, big time. And so we started with these three main. So we have some divisions under Boundless. So rehabilitation or recovery, performance, wellness. We have a sports academy. We work with education with our workshops under these four pillars: mindset, nutrition, movement, recovery. We have a retail division too. And technology, which maybe on a next visit here I'll be able to disclose what we're doing in that regard.
Definitely. We're going to take another short break, and when we come back from the break, let's discuss each of the services that are there and why they're there. So we're going to take a musical break, and we'll be back after this.
See you.